All right. I wanted to make sure that some of y'all saw what it's like on the inside of Georgia's recruiting lounge, so to speak. And so we got a real quick image here. Stand by. Let me get the everything on the screen. Oh, there it is. Okay, great. So we're gonna make it big and go like this. We don't want to hear it. Take a look at this. So this is all the uniforms and like everything that the black uniform on the left, the white one in the middle, and then the red one on the right hand side. Obviously, the interesting thing that jumps out to me is how they've got the draft picks as well as the value of. I'm assuming some of these are first year bonuses, or excuse me, first year contracts, but it might not be. I might be wrong about that because it just got drafted. Here's Roquan at career earnings of 18.8 million, but he just signed a new contract, David, at 15 million. Chris Conley's done okay for himself. So anyway, sorry for the crude editing. I did want y'all to check that out because it's kind of neat to be able to see behind the scenes with what Georgia does um, when they're pulling, young men into the recruiting pot. Look, this is an impressive. This is just one look at it. It's not. I mean, maybe some of y'all have seen it before. I don't know. I've not seen a ton of this yet, but it's really neat. And I think if you're a player getting recruited by Georgia, um, that's a really neat setup. Um, that they have. It looks like these numbers are their initial contracts because all the first year guys are 4 year contracts. Obviously, that's the case when you go in the first round. They can franchise you. There's all sorts of rules and so forth. Hey, real quick, I did want to say this. This is a real quick story. So Matt DeBerry says to me, he goes, Matt DeBerry covers this sort of stuff for us all the time. He said, "Hey, listen, I need he says, I need a card reader for one of the photos that we use for one of the cameras we use." So I start looking through things, and guess what Daddy found? What does that mean? That means I found all the confetti I was missing. If you order double dogs today, you can still get confetti. If you've already ordered it, you're good. If you've not ordered double dogs and you want some confetti with your order, get it now. I don't know how long I'll have it, but when I opened that bag and I had this is one of the grocery stores I went to in California. It was like, oh my gosh, here it is. And the interesting thing, and I'm going to get on to talking about the recruiting lounge in a second. This is some of the confetti that I know it's hard for y'all to believe, but so help me God, they have hearts in the confetti. And some of the other people that have got it can confirm these things. But yeah, so order double dogs today. The link is down below, and you're going to get your confetti with it. We've got the first. This is the first book. I have to go through it, make sure the images are right. Some of them are slightly incorrect, but pick it up today. And this recruiting lounge, though, this iconic image is in here. Uh, double dogs. This recruiting situation. I mean, one of the things that's first on the screen here excuse me, in this 40-second video is what seems to be the current career total earnings of players or just Matthew Stafford's because it's 136 million dollar in red. I can't see who it is. I'm playing it real quick. I'm gonna turn the sound out. Y'all aren't gonna be able to see it, but I mean, if you're a player, if you're a prospective student athlete or a recruit, as we would call it, um, this would be a really neat thing to walk into. The black, the white, and the red jerseys. What I did not point out beforehand, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna try to play it again here, y'all. Just bear with me, okay? I'm doing this on the fly. Um, one of the one of the things here, if you see, I'm gonna pause it real quick. I don't see. You can't see my mouse. There's also the silver breeches are in there. The cleats are in there. Obviously, it's decorated with all sorts of Nike gear. Um, there's a tradition box that probably I can't see if that has a national championship in it, but it probably does. or there's a container for it, and obviously the logo here on the right hand side. Um, the most recent logo that Georgia has used, but uh, and I mean, I can see too that obviously they have lighting that's dropping down. I can see the sound, um, the speakers, easy enough for me to say. But yeah, you can see it when it lights up just a little bit. Some gloves, socks, shoes, silver breeches, and then just the black, um, white, and red, white, and black, which are Georgia's traditional colors, and then also the silver breeches, which also incorporate that style of. You can see some of the imagery that's bouncing off of the UGA or of the logo there. But I mean, I wanted to show it to y'all because I thought it was very I thought it was very neat to see inside. Um, of Georgia's recruiting lounge, as it's called. They doll it up more. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty certain this is the area where they either take the images of the players or they take, or it's the area where the guys get ready because, um, I've seen these backgrounds before. I did not go on the trip inside of the new $60 million facility. I can't remember if I was out of town. They just kind of sprung it on us one day. Said, "Hey, at the time Josh Brooks was not the athletic director, I don't think." They said, "Hey, this, that, and the other. Look at these. Sometimes it gets stuck together. That's a little bit of a challenge. Um, the with the confetti because um, it rained in SoFi. That's what's so strange. There's one I do want to show you all this one thing. I didn't think we had. I think people kind of thought, hey, they're people are joking around about the rain inside. You can see the rain. Um, you can see the rain. It's raining indoors. You can see the rain on the image on the back. I don't think he's laughing about the rain, but that's really funny. And somebody said something to me about SoFi. I mean, all the photographers were kind of giving it grief while we were there. SoFi Stadium. It was a really nice facility underneath, but that it was raining sideways. I mean, I'm not sure I've ever seen that before, but it's just crazy. But this is step one. The recruiting lounge is step one of where the confetti comes from. You have to get the players, and if you get them, you'll have confetti falling on top of you. If you don't, you probably won't. But I thought it was really neat to see the inside of it. I think it's really that I would have. I mean, it's kind of dark in there, but they're spotlighting the jerseys. I wonder the next time that we'll see Georgia in black, um, because we've not seen it since the win over Cincinnati in the Peach Bowl in 2021 Peach Bowl, which was for the 20 season. I wonder the next time we're going to see it. They wore it. They wore black twice that year. I mean that COVID season, Georgia wore four different types of uniforms. This is a program that the last 30 games has worn exactly two uniforms, and that's it. They wore 4 and 10 games, or no, 8 games. So that was strange. This is just a strange season. I mean, I have lots of stories about the COVID year, but I wrote a lot. I never wrote a book about it. I thought I was writing a book about it for a second there, and then they up and won the national championship in 2021 on top of me and made me force me to write a different type of book. But anyway, I liked it. I thought this was a really neat look inside of Georgia's recruiting area with the lighting and this, that, and the other. It really is kind of a cool look at if you've not if you've not seen the inside of big time college football, welcome, because this is what it looks like. I can't get over the numbers on the top. I think that's really neat. I also have to say, as a person who deals in graphics, it's curious that they use that particular ticker tape, not ticker tape, stock sort of ticker, what we would call a ticker, to see. There's Trayvon Walker, 4 year, 37 million, then Jordan, and then Quay, Devontae, and then of course Lewis coming in right at the end. Look at the difference between going number one overall, 37 million. I don't know that's guaranteed, but 37 million, and then 11, 11.4 million for Lewis at the end. And obviously Roquan's career earnings 18.8. These can't be in order necessarily because I think some of these guys, um, ah, some of these guys have, Georgia's players now, like Justin Houston would be, I don't know what Justin Houston's career earnings are, but he didn't ever have, Justin, I can assure you, I can speak with full uh, certainty here. Justin never had a recruiting lounge like that.